Good day. We are Group 6, and this morning we are going to present to you one of the Arabian story titled The Sharper of Alexandria and the Chief of Police.
By the way, my name is Pilaflor M. Halasan and this is my assigned topic. So first, we have to unlock the unfamiliar words from the story titled The Sharper of Alexandria and the Chief of Police. So we have the unfamiliar words. First is trooper. It means a soldier who serves on horseback. Khan. It means the ruler or the king. Dinar. It means currency. Magistrate. It means the judge. Instruments of torment. It means torture. Wrongly accused. It means innocent. Grounds for complaint. It means grievance or reason to complain. Next is the thief, the robber or a person who steals. The sharper. It means a skilled thief. The next is we have the coast fortress, a defensive structure built near a coastline to prevent enemy ships from attacking. We have morrow, the next day. Saddlebags, bags that are placed on either side of a horse's saddle for carrying items. And the last, we have prisoner, a person who has been taken into custody and held by the authorities for a crime they have allegedly committed. So that's all the unfamiliar words. So let's proceed to the characters. The characters of the story is first we have Husamidin. He is the master of police in Alexandria who is tasked with maintaining the law and order. Next is trooper, a traveler who has his money stolen and seeks justice from the chief of police. Next is the sharper, a skilled thief who takes advantage of the situation and confesses to the crime, only to steal the money again and escape. The next is the folk, the people present during the events of the story who witness the thief's action and are relieved of any suspicion or punishment. And the last, we have God the Most High, a reference to a higher power who ultimately brings about the resolution of the situation. So the next we have the settings. So the story happens in the coast fortress of Alexandria, which is located in Egypt. Alexandria is a historical city situated on the coast of Egypt, known for its strategic position and vibrant maritime trade. So the coast fortress symbolizes the authority and power held by the master of police. So that's all my assigned topic.
The Sharper of Alexandria and the Chief of Police. There was one in the coast fortress of Alexandria, a chief of police named Husamidin. One night he was sitting in his office, and there came a trooper and said to him, "Know, O my lord, that I entered the city this night and alighted at such a khan, and I slept there till the third night was past. I found out that when I woke up, my saddlebags cut open and a purse of 1,000 dinar stolen from them." Because of that accusation, the magistrate called his officer and bade them lay hands on all the can and clap them in prison till morning. On that morning, they bring an instrument for torment and sending that one to the prisoners, the can, for them to be tortured with the presence of the owner of the money or the trooper. But a man from a crowd coming up to the chief of police and said, "Oh, Amir." Amir means ruler. So let this folk go. Folk means the Khan, a people of Khan, the Khan people rather, and let them go, for they were wrongly accused. It was I who robbed the trooper, and here is the purse that I stole from his saddlebag. And then he said to the trooper, "Take your money. You have no ground to complain to these people of Khan." And the people of Khan were very happy because they were safe from torture. And they praised the thief. Then the chief of police asked the robber, "How did you take it, Sharper?" And he tell the story on how he stole the money of or the purse of the trooper. He said, "Oh, Amir, I was standing in the money changer at Bazaar at Cairo when I saw this man from a distance receive the gold and put in his purse. So because of that, I followed him from street to street, but I found no occasion to steal from him. So then he left Cairo and followed him from place to place, casting about the way to rob this money from him. But he have no opportunity to rob those purse from the trooper. And then until they enter the city. And then he followed him to the Khan. So he took a lodging beside the trooper and watched him till he fell asleep. And when the robber heard that the trooper was snoring, then he went gently to him. And of course, he cut the saddlebags in order to open that one using his knife in order to take the purse. By saying that one, he put out his hand and took the purse. And they believe that the robber will demonstrate how he robbed the purse from the saddlebag. But immediately he took the purse and ran away and threw himself into the reservoir. Then the chief of police called his officers to pursue him. They were roaming around Alexandria, look every place, every street in Alexandria. They communicate with one another, but they came back empty-handed. They don't find the robber. How sharper he is. When the chief of police found out that his officers came back empty-handed, they don't find the robber. So he said to the trooper, "You have no recourse against the folk, for you found the robber, and you will receive back the money, but you didn't keep it." So the trooper went away and losing his money, and the folk were delivered from his hand and from the chief of police, and they consider that one is a favor from God of the Most High, their Allah, because they were not suffering torment and they were not put into torture. That's all about the story of the sharper of Alexandria and the chief of police.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. My name is Rimar Maravillas, and this morning I'm tackled to my part about the story of the sharper of Alexandria and the chief of police. The plot of exposition of the story is the city of Alexandria celebrated the capture of the notorious thief, and the chief of police was hailed as a hero. His reputation was restored and he became known for his perseverance and determination in solving difficult cases. The thief was brought to justice and faced the consequences for his crimes. From that day forward, the chief of police remained vigilant, ensuring the safety and security of the city of Alexandria, knowing that there may always be new challenges and criminals who would test his skills. The work of the thief of Alexandria is a skilled and cunning thief who specializes in stealing valuable artifacts and treasures. Their work involves planning, haste, executing thefts, and evading capture by authorities. They employ various techniques such as lockpicking, disguise, and espionage to carry out their illicit activities. And also the work of the chief of police is a high-ranking law enforcement officers responsible for maintaining law and order in Alexandria. Their work revolves around protecting the city, investigating crimes, apprehending criminals, and maintaining peace and security. They lead a team of police officers, coordinate anti-crime efforts, gather evidence, and ensure justice is served. The story of the Sharper of Alexandria and the chief of police takes place in the city of Alexandria, Egypt. And also the problem of the story is centered around the challenges the chief of police faces solving the case, catching the thief, and restoring peace to Alexandria. So that's all my part. Thank you for listening.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am assigned to discuss the rising action or the conflict in the story. The chief of police in Alexandria was approached by a soldier. He complained him about one of the Khans who stole his 1,000 gold coins. The chief had all the Khans arrested and was about to have them whipped when suddenly a man appeared before him and confessed that he was the one who stole it. He also gave back all the gold and told the soldier to keep it in a pouch. When asked how he did it, he informed him that he was following the soldier for many days and had seen him receiving gold pieces. One fine day, seizing the right opportunity, he cut open the bag of the soldier and stole the gold coins. He said he could demonstrate the way he stole it. He just began cutting the pouch before the chief and all his men. As they were all watching, the thief took away all the gold and jumped into water and vanished despite the presence of all the soldiers. The soldier lost his money twice and the Khans were also released. That was the way justice was dispensed. So all along, the soldier thought it was one of the Khans who stole his money, which in fact there was a thief who followed him secretly for how many days. He didn't notice that he was followed by a thief and that thief just find a right time to steal it. Also, because of his carelessness, the thief got a chance to steal it from him while he fell asleep. Before the interrogation of the Khans, suddenly a thief appeared and told them everything, and he returned the money to the soldier. But again, because of his carelessness, the money was stole back from him, and then the thief jumped into the water and then vanished.
Hello everyone, I am Desilin Tikino and now I'm going to discuss my assigned task, which is the climax and the resolution of the story, The Thief of Alexandria and the Chief of Police. So, when we say climax, it is the most exciting and important part of the story. It is when the main character faces their biggest challenge and the outcome of the conflict is decided. So the climax of the story is when the thief who had confessed to stealing a purse it is a small bag of 1,000 dinars from a trooper, manages to steal it again from the chief of the police in front of everyone and escapes by jumping into a reservoir. This shows how clever and daring the thief is and how he outwits the authorities. It also creates suspense and humor for the reader. So next is we have the resolution of the story. The resolution of the story is when the chief realizes that he has been tricked by the thief and that he has no way of catching him or recovering the money. He is ashamed and angry, but also he admires the thief's cunning and skill. He decides to let the matter go and not to pursue him any further. He also released the innocent people who were arrested in the can and apologized to them. Thus, the story it ends with a moral lesson that sometimes crime does pay. If one is skillful and lucky enough to evade justice. However, it also shows the folly of being careless and trusting, as the trooper was when he let the thief handle his purse again.